Hello, Grill fam. You're watching The Hill with April Ryan, where we bring you the latest in politics every week. Let's start in Georgia, where Senator Raphael Warnock defeated GOP challenger Herschel Walker. Warnock won over 51% of the vote, while Walker amassed over 48% of the vote. Tuesday's victory means Democrats will have a 51 Senate seat majority next year. Now back home to Washington, D.C., where Keisha Lance Bottoms, former Atlanta mayor and now White House senior advisor for public engagement, spoke with theGrio about President Joe Biden's Black agenda, which includes student debt relief and marijuana reform for members of the Black community.
He's going to continue to push, and he's going to continue to lean into those things that are important to all of our communities. But we have especially seen the impact in the African American community. So the president has talked repeatedly about his ability to get things done in a bipartisan manner. His push to do that will not end, but to the extent that he can't get it done in a bipartisan manner, he's still going to do everything that he needs to do to make sure that people have what they need. And in the African American community, we know that the needs are plentiful, whether it be from needing that student debt relief that so many people need, especially those who are Pell Grant eligible. I was a Pell Grant recipient, so having that type of relief, student debt relief, would have been a game changer for me. And I know that it is for people across the country, whether it's leaning in as we look at marijuana convictions, we see what the president has done on that. So he has a whole list of things that we know are particularly impactful in communities of color, and he'll continue to push to get those things done in a bipartisan manner. And to the extent that it can't be done in a bipartisan manner, he's going to use every single tool in his toolbox to get it done.
Also in Washington, the Biden administration has announced that next month it will lift its public health emergency declaration for monkeypox. In recent months, the Health and Human Services Department has seen a steady decline in cases and believes the virus is now under control. The emergency declaration is set to be lifted on January 31st. Again, staying in Washington, the House January 6th Select Committee announced Tuesday it will make criminal referrals to the Department of Justice regarding its investigation into the January 6th insurrection. This comes just weeks before the committee is expected to release its final report on the deadly U.S. Capitol attack. And down the street at the U.S. Supreme Court, where Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito is facing criticism for joking about Black children wearing KKK outfits while trying to make a point during oral arguments in an LGBTQ+ discrimination suit. Many are calling his words deplorable, insensitive, and out of touch with reality. And lastly, to New York, where a 12-person jury found the Trump Organization guilty of criminal tax fraud. Although former President Donald Trump isn't directly involved with the company's tax fraud scheme, he called the judgment a witch hunt following his 2024 bid for the Oval Office. A spokesperson for the Trump Organization has denounced any wrongdoing. However, the organization could face a fine of up to $1.6 million. That's it for The Hill with April Ryan. We'll see you next week with the latest news and politics.